Welcome to How I Unfucked My Life, the show that proves you can rebuild, rewire, and rise from anything. Let's get started. We're going to jump right into today's episode. It's about something I realized, and what I've realized is we waste so much time, days, weeks, months, years, asking a question that has never healed a single wound. And that question is why? Why did this happen? Why did they do this to me? Why didn't they love me in the way I needed? Why was my mother the way she was, or whoever? Listen, and this might sting a little, but the why is irrelevant. I know that everybody, including myself, tell you everything happens for a reason. And yeah, maybe it does. Maybe there's some divine redirection in all of it. But obsessing over the why doesn't get you to the reason. It just keeps you spinning inside the pain. So how about this? How about we stop asking why and start asking, what can I do now? Here's what I've learned the hard way. The why doesn't change what happened. It doesn't bring peace. It doesn't unlock closure. It doesn't fix your heart. Most of the time, even if you knew the why, you wouldn't like it, and I'm pretty sure it wouldn't help. Sometimes the truth is just very simple. They couldn't love. They didn't know how to parent. They acted out of fear or selfishness or brokenness. Maybe they weren't capable. And that's not deep psychology, that's just reality. And reality is enough. I think people believe if they can understand the reason, the pain will then make sense and they can deal with it better. But pain doesn't negotiate, and it doesn't turn into wisdom just because you crack the code behind someone else's behavior. Sometimes the only explanation that you're ever going to get is that it happened, and it's already in the past. Now, when my mother died, I asked myself a lot of why questions. One of them was not why did she die, but it was why was she the way she was? Why was she abusive? Why was she cruel? Why didn't she love me the way mothers are supposed to? And you know what? I had to sit with a reality most people never accept. And that is, it doesn't matter why. It doesn't matter what happened to her that made her that way. It doesn't matter what wounds she didn't heal. And it doesn't matter why she didn't show up as a mother. Knowing the answer wasn't going to make my childhood any softer. It wasn't going to rewrite the memories, and it damn sure wasn't going to make me feel loved retroactively. That shit happened. I lived it, and I survived. So the real question wasn't, why did she do it? The real question was, what am I going to do with the life I have now? And here's what I did. I used that hurt to make sure I never mothered my children that way. I broke the cycle. I love my kids with everything I have till today. Was that the why? Was that the lesson? I don't know. And you know what? I don't care. Because the answer belongs to God, not me. My job was the what now? And what was I never going to allow to happen again? Same thing in relationships. You could have wasted so much time asking yourself, why did that have to happen? Why didn't they care for me the way I cared for them? Why wasn't I enough? Whatever the why is. The truth is, it doesn't matter, because the reason they hurt you isn't going to unhurt you. The reason they didn't show up wasn't going to make them the person you needed. The why is never going to make you feel chosen. So again, stop asking why and start asking, what did I learn? And I will tell you the lessons I got out of a bad relationship, and that is, I will never settle again. I will always set a boundary. I will never put myself last. And I will never shrink myself to be loved ever again. Maybe that was my why. Maybe it wasn't. Either way, I'm better because of what I did with it, not because I figured it out. A lot of people get stuck here. They think if they don't get the why, they can't move on. I hear it a lot. Like, I need to know why this happened, and I want to know why. So they sit in their pain like a puzzle, and they replay old conversations, and they analyze every word, and they try to decode trauma like it's a math equation. But you're not processing, you're not figuring it out, you're just ruminating. The why becomes an emotional prison, and realistically, the door is unlocked all the time. So let me give you something better. Stop asking, why did this happen to me? And start asking, what am I going to build because it did? That's where your life changes. What boundary are you going to set? What standard are you going to uphold? What new chapter are you going to start? What self-respect did you develop? What cycle have you broken? Or how about what can you teach others? Or what new version of you is born from this? That's where the growth lives. Not in the explanation, in the decision. And If you believe in God and the universe like I do, let me say something that might make you flinch a little. If you're obsessed with the why, then you're not trusting God. You're trying to control God. You're saying, show me the blueprint, show me the reason, show me the logic behind the pain. But faith, my friend, is moving forward without the blueprint. Faith is the why belongs to something bigger, the what now belongs to me. So here's your permission slip today. Let go of the why. That's not where your future is. Closure isn't found in someone else's explanation. Closure is when you decide what happened isn't where your life ends. It's when you declare, this happened, and I'm still building. You don't need to understand your pain to grow past it. Sometimes the bravest thing you'll ever do is say, that chapter is over, now watch what I write next. So the next time your mind slips into the loop, the next time you want to dissect someone else's broken behavior, the next time you're halfway through a why spiral, stop and ask yourself, what can I do right now to move forward? That's really the only question that matters. If this episode helped you let go of only one why, even for a moment, I'm proud of you. That's growth. And remember, you don't need an explanation to start healing. You just need a decision. So if you like this episode or it brought you any peace at all, share it with someone you love and come back for the next one. We're going to keep moving forward together. And remember, the why is behind you. The what is waiting in front of you. Until next time. Listen, at the end of the day, it's simple. You either make excuses or you make progress, but you can't do both. If something in this episode hit home, then sit with it. Do something about it. And if you're serious about changing your life, start acting like it. And if you're not, well, that's on you. Life doesn't wait. I'll catch you next time on How I Unfucked My Life. And remember, nothing changes if you don't.